the forest of 1,000 echoes. In a remote region surrounded by tall mountains, there was a mystical forest known as the Forest of 1,000 Echoes. This place was famous among travelers and sages, who claimed its echoes not only repeated words but also revealed the truth within the heart of the speaker. In a nearby village lived a young man named Akio, known for his impatience and inability to control his emotions. Whenever things didn't go his way, he would explode in anger, blaming others. He often justified himself by saying, "This is who I am, and others should accept me." One day, after an especially bitter argument with his family, Akio found himself on the outskirts of the village, furious and exhausted. There sat Ichiro, an elderly Zen master, under the shade of a cherry tree. Ichiro was known for his wisdom and for helping those who sought answers. "Why are you so troubled, young man?" Ichiro asked calmly. Still seething with anger, Akio vented, "I always have to deal with people who don't understand me. Everyone criticizes me for who I am, but no one tries to see things from my perspective." The old man listened attentively, nodding slowly. "I understand your frustration," Ichiro said gently. "However, I believe you need clarity to truly understand what's happening. And how can I achieve that?" Akio asked skeptically. Ichiro rose slowly. "Come with me to the Forest of 1,000 Echoes. Perhaps there you will find the answers you seek." Though Akio didn't fully believe the stories about the forest, his curiosity outweighed his doubt, and he followed the old man. After walking for several hours, they arrived at the forest. The trees were tall and ancient, their leaves whispering with the breeze. The air was filled with an unsettling calm. Ichiro pointed to a clearing in the woods. "Go there, young man. Shout whatever you wish into the heart of the forest and listen to what it replies." Intrigued but still angry, Akio decided to try. He stood in the middle of the clearing and shouted with all his might, "I'm sick of everything." A moment later, the forest echoed back, "I'm sick of everything." Surprised but still full of rage, Akio shouted again, "Everyone is unfair to me." The echo replied, "Everyone is unfair to me." Frustrated, Akio returned to the old man. "This is useless. The forest only repeats what I say. There's no wisdom here." Ichiro smiled patiently. "Try again, but this time say something different." Akio sighed but decided to give it another shot. He returned to the clearing and, this time, shouted, "Thank you for this day." The forest responded, "Thank you for this day." Akio was puzzled. Then he tried something else. "I am capable of change." The forest replied, "I am capable of change." Little by little, Akio's expression softened. He returned to Ichiro, now with a look of wonder. "Master, the forest always repeats what I say. How can that help me?" Ichiro looked at him kindly. "The Forest of 1,000 Echoes is nothing more than a reflection of your own mind. What you send out into the world comes back to you. If you shout with anger, you receive anger. If you speak with gratitude, you receive gratitude. The same applies in life." Akio fell silent, letting the old man's words sink deep into his heart. After a moment, he asked, "Does that mean I need to change how I treat others?" "Not just others, young man," Ichiro replied, "but yourself as well. Life is like this forest. What you put out into it is what comes back to you. If you seek peace, be peaceful. If you seek understanding, be understanding." Akio spent the rest of the day sitting with the old man, contemplating the meaning of what he had learned. When he returned to the village, he began to apply the master's teachings. The next time he felt frustrated, he took a deep breath before reacting. Instead of shouting, he expressed his thoughts calmly. Over time, he noticed that people responded to him differently. His relationships improved, and the constant sense of conflict that had followed him for so long began to fade. A year later, Akio returned to the Forest of 1,000 Echoes, this time to give thanks. He sat in the same clearing where he had once shouted his frustrations and spoke softly. "Thank you for showing me who I am." The forest replied with its echo. "Thank you for showing me who I am."